Hi everybody, it's John back again with another model final reveal video. This video features the Humbrol Heller's mouldings of the Potez 540 in 1/72 scale, and this kit actually was a very enjoyable build. Not an easy build, but very enjoyable, and it has got to be one of the most unusual aeroplanes I've ever put together. The finished product actually has come out quite nice. Very nice indeed. I was very pleased with the finished product. It's actually quite detailed kit. There's quite a lot going on here. As you can see, the underside's got plenty going on with the undercarriage. The two turrets, lower midships and upper midships, they do work. They do rotate quite easily. There's no issues. But the one in the nose should rotate, but it doesn't. They have unusual sort of plastic bearings that you have to glue into place, and the one in the nose, obviously some of the glue must have just spilled out onto the turret a little bit. But the propellers, they rotate as well. They're not a fantastic free spinning. One of them's not bad, but this one's a little bit squeaky, as you can see. The interior, I'm not sure if you can see much of the interior. I'm going to try and bring it up to you so you can see a little bit of what's going on inside here. But basically you've got quite a detailed cockpit interior with joysticks, steering yokes, two separate seats. There's windows all over this thing, so there's quite a lot going on. You can see quite a lot of the interior through the glazing. It's quite extensively glazed. But I do want to talk about one of this kit's fit issues, which isn't a fit issue if you know how to get around it, but if you don't know how to get around it, it will become a serious nightmare. The fuselage itself is actually moulded from 4 slab sides. You've got 2 slab sides here, 1 slab side on the top and 1 slab side underneath, making a box formation. And here you've got what's called the sesquiplane strut support for the engine nacelles. And the thing you have to do, according to the instructions, is you have to glue the interior to the starboard side fuselage slab side, and then assemble the fuselage parts to form the fuselage in total. And I test fitted this several times and I could never guarantee getting it in the correct place. So what I did was I put the base, the lower section slab side, this part, the bottom of the fuselage if you like, onto the base, and then you glue this sesquiplane and the nacelle supports onto this section here before you have these in place, right? Or you can do it with them in place. I mean, I did them without them in place, if I remember right. And then you glue the interior, which is like a tandem 2-seat interior cockpit, and you've got 2 location lugs on the bottom of the fuselage floor, and they locate into the back of the fuselage, locates into this strut here, and the front of the fuselage locates into the strut that goes across the middle here. And then you centralize the whole interior so that it's not quite touching either of the 2 slab sides, and that is the correct position. And then you glue the top onto the 2 slab sides. So basically the method of construction is glue the sesquiplane nacelle supports to the lower section fuselage slab base, and then glue the side slabs into place so that they're in place, if you know what I mean, and form the sides of the fuselage. And then you glue the interior onto the 2 struts on the location lugs that are underneath the interior floor. And then you centralize it all together, and then you glue this top part and the nose section, which is another separate part, onto the top, and then jig it all up with about 2 or 3 jigs. 3 is what I found was necessary. And then everything fixed together straight away, first time, without any hitches whatsoever. The back section here, midships, it needs to be jigged into place, and then you need to jig that into place as well. So you've got 1 jig this side and 1 jig this side, holding the fuselage tail assembly together. The actual tail section here is no issue whatsoever, and then you need another jig to hold this part down here, otherwise it doesn't, it has a tendency to lift, if you know what I mean. And then the aircraft just fits together really well, and it is, as I said before, it's a very unusual looking aeroplane. Yeah, very unusual indeed. It's one of the most unusual aircraft I've ever built. The chrome silver engine nacelles actually make this kit look really, really attractive, and there is quite a bit of extensive painting to do on the cockpit canopy, as you can see there. The canopy itself is quite nicely glazed with frame, and it does paint up very, very nicely indeed. And I was quite pleased with the finished result on this kit. I think it came out quite well. The undercarriage is also quite comprehensively moulded as well, and that's quite a complicated affair to put together. But yeah, it went together all right. There wasn't really any issues, but it was quite a lot of parts to form the undercarriage struts and the undercarriage tyres and wheels and hubs and everything, which is, is quite good. But the tyres are separate to the hubs on the main landing gear, so painting it all up wasn't really an issue at all. It was quite easy. Anyway, that's the final reveal. Would I recommend this kit? I wouldn't recommend it to a novice builder. I wouldn't say, I would have a go at a couple of sizable 72nd scale twin engine or multi-engined aircraft before you have a go at this kit. Anything with 4 sides to form the fuselage can be a little bit taxing. But with a bit of patience and perseverance, yeah, it shouldn't really give you any problems whatsoever. So anyway, that's the final reveal on the Potez 540 from Hella stroke Humbrol. I think it was the Humbrol Museum range that this kit came in the boxing from, and yeah, I would recommend it definitely, but not to a novice builder. Somebody who's had a couple of kits under their belt, maybe a year's modelling under their belt, and you shouldn't really have any issues with it by then. Anyway, I hope this video has been of use. I'll catch you for the next one. Thanks for tuning in, and bye for now. Bye bye.